All right. It's been about 30 minutes since night one of WrestleMania 42 has ended. I've had a chance to kind of sit with it a little bit and just kind of reflect on what just happened for WrestleMania 42. So the match layouts went with the Usos, LA Knight versus The Vision. Then after that was what is it called? Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. After that was the Fatal 4-Way for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Then after was AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. And then Gunther versus Seth. Then Liv versus Stephanie. And then for the main event was Cody versus Randy. So I think they may have changed the match order. They changed the match order because I think it was supposed to go with the first two matches were fine, but then it went then it was supposed to be the women's versus the women's world champion. So they kind of switched that up, but we got to talk about this. So the Vision versus the Usos and LA Knight along with ISO Speed. It was a 7-minute match, so it was fine. It was fine for what it was. Glad that LA Knight got the victory. I was kind of nervous that they would kind of give it to the Vision, but I said in my prediction video that the Usos would win it so they can set up that rematch for the tag team titles, which for the most part I still feel is going to happen at Backlash. And it was good to see that ISO Speed did have some kind of offense in there, I guess. So he looked decent, and he got a nice moment after Logan Paul kind of turned on him. And then LA Knight and the Usos helped ISO Speed put Logan Paul through a table with a splash from the top top of the turnbuckle onto announcer's desk. So that was a good moment for him, and props to him for doing something like that. And but yeah, glad LA Knight won, and the Usos had another rendition of their intro, so that's kind of funny. But then so I called that one for the most part correct. I'm happy LA Knight got that win. Then moving on to Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre, the unsanctioned match. So it was a good match. Jacob got the win, of course, but it just felt like a glorified street fight, or just a glorified street fight. Nothing really kind of crazy happened. They didn't spill into the crowd or anything like that. They didn't go up the ramp. Like, it just felt like a street fight, just with the unsanctioned match stipulation tied to it. It was a good match, and Drew ended up doing his whole shtick that I guess he just does at every WrestleMania where he's bored at work, or this time he took a video of him beating Jacob Fatu with the phone, which was a nice little touch to him, and still ended up taking a picture. It took a little bit of time for him to post the video or in the picture, but I'm sure whoever the guy that took his phone afterwards was trying to get that all set up for him. But otherwise, it was a good match. I enjoyed it. I was hoping that there would have been blood for that one, but there wasn't. They saved that for the very end. And then after that was the women's Fatal 4-Way for the tag team title. So this one, it started off with the entrances, and then it kind of threw me off because Lash Legend and Nia Jax's, they came out third. So I was like, okay, normally the champion comes out fourth after or last, but they came out third to last. So I was thinking to myself, is there going to be a new team that's going to be announced, since Nikki doesn't seem to be 100%? But the Bellas did come out, but Nikki was in a boot still. So she announced, which we kind of, it kind of was going to be obvious that this person was going to replace her, because they did mention that Paige Saraya is from what she went by on AEW, but Paige, when she was on WWE television, was her name. And she made a comeback, and it was really good to see her come back, and she got some good offense in there. And I said that the Bella was going to win, And for the most part, I was kind of right still on that too. But Paige and Brie are technically the tag team champions now. I'm interested to see how they handle that. I wonder if they're going to have Nikki and Paige lose it on Raw after Mania or so, and then or maybe just kick her out and then just Nikki takes the title after that. I'm not quite sure how they're going to follow up with that. And then after that, it was Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for the women's IC championship, and this was an interesting one. I was kind of digging it. Becky Lynch and AJ worked pretty well together, and for the most part, it felt like the match was kind of a afterthought for the most part, because a lot of the Michael Cole and Wade Barrett were kind of focusing on the whole side story of Becky Lynch going after the referee. I can't remember the referee's name. Sorry, I apologize for that. But yeah, that was kind of like the main story of this match, was how Becky feels slighted by the referee. So that was pretty much kind of what they were telling the whole story around. And Becky ended up exposing the turnbuckle through AJ into the buckle after there was a ref kind of bump / interference in a sense, and then ended up hitting her with the manhandle slam and then getting the pin. So Becky Lynch is the new or his back being the women's IC champion. So it was a good match. And then after that was Gunther versus Seth Rollins, and this match was, as I mentioned in my prediction video, going to be the match of the night, and they delivered. It was really great. They did some really great storytelling throughout the match. Seth and Gunther were just hitting each other with everything that they got. It was a very stiff match, it felt like, and yeah, it was really great to see. And they started off really strong, like they were going at each other, hitting each other with their best moves. Like I think first 30 seconds in the match, Gunther hit Seth with the powerbomb. So that was really good, and it was a really good back and forth, and they were just chopping each other to death. And yeah, and then like I mentioned in my predictions, Braun Breaker was gonna cause an interference, and he did. He came out from the side of the ramp and speared Seth, and then threw him in there, and Gunther got him into the sleeper, and then put him out. So Gunther won by submission for the most part, and then after that, Braun Breaker was walking up the stage and came back down for Seth Rollins and gave him another spear. And yeah, and then at the very top of the ramp was Paul Heyman and greeted him and raised his hand. So yeah, it was of course, it definitely was the match of the night. So and Michael Cole made a statement that this is not going to be some 5-star match. This is just going to be a straight fight or something like that. And it was a funny kind of comment to kind of comment, not backhanded comment to Dave Meltzer, but kind of poked a little fun at his rating system, like the star system. So yeah, but it was definitely a really, really great match, and they did their thing. And then after that, I completely forgot that Liv versus Stephanie McCure was supposed to happen, because I thought it would have happened earlier. But yeah, Liv comes out to her new single that she put out with a music video, so that was really cool to see her kind of do her own thing. And then Stephanie McCure had a really cool entrance. I really did like hers. Yeah, the entrances were, for the most part, pretty good in this. I enjoyed Seth Rollins' entrance with his, he had like a smoking vest or whatever, or something that had like put out smoke, and he had these really blacked out contacts, which was really good to see. And Jacob Fatu's entrance was good. And then, yeah, LA Knight got a huge pop. Um, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair had not matching, but like the pretty much the same costume. Alexa was dressed up as a firefly, and then Charlotte Flair, of course, was a butterfly. So they were kind of like matching for the most part, but different color schemes in a sense. But yeah, and then after that, it was Stephanie Verkeer versus Liv Morgan, and yeah, it was a solid match. Of course, there was going to be the interference. I thought it was going to be with Dirty Dom, but Dom didn't interfere. It's just Roxanne Perez, which the ref, or I mean the camera person, understood the assignment. I'm just going to say that. But when Roxanne Perez came in, she caused a distraction, and then Raquel came in and hit Stephanie Verkeer. So I forgot. So yeah, she got hit with a super code breaker when Stephanie went up to the top rope and then hit her with the Oblivion and got the 1-2-3. And so now Liv is the new women's world champion now, which I kind of figured. Then Dirty Dom came in and of course picked up Liv and all that stuff. It was a good moment for her. You could tell she was emotional at the very end. And then before that, though, John Cena comes out and announces the attendance amount at the show, and I forgot what the attendance amount was. Then after that, Bianca Belair's music hits, and she walks out. And I was thinking to myself, okay, so she's back. Why didn't they kind of wait for tomorrow for this kind of situation? So I was trying to look at her hand because she's been having like a finger issue, and I was trying to see if I could see like if there was any splint on there or if it was taped up, and it is taped up. But then she comes out and says like, John, I think you're forgetting someone or whatever, and then she unzips her thing and she's pregnant. So congrats to Bianca Belair and Montez Ford for the baby on the way. Really great to see that you guys are expecting. So appreciate it. But damn it, Montez, I was hoping that Bianca would be coming back soon. But now you have to come back soon, Montez, to make up for that. But yeah, congrats to them. So I'm really happy for that. And then on to the main event, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. And they had a pretty good video package for it. Cody Rhodes from like 2011 saying that his relationship is not going to be the same as Triple H and Randy Orton, when Triple H kind of turned on Randy Orton and he didn't think that was going to be the type of relationship that they had, and that was in 2011. And then fast forward, he has the same relationship. Randy Orton's trying to take out Cody, and it was a good video package for it. But then the first person to even come out was Pat McAfee, and I get it. He's trying to get the heat and all that stuff, so of course he's walking out flipping off everyone, which is whatever. It's just a cheap way to get heat from the fans. So he comes out, then Randy Orton comes out. Pretty cool entrance. Snake behind him on the Jumbotron, the video. So that was really cool to see. And of course everyone's still singing the song. You can't boo Randy Orton. So that was cool. And then after that, Cody Rhodes comes out. He had a very long intro. Basically, it showed his evolution from where he started all the way from Dashing Cody Rhodes to Stardust to the American Nightmare to who Cody Rhodes is today. And it had all of his outfits for each and every one of the eras of Cody Rhodes. And yeah, it was a really cool entrance. And of course the Cody Vader came up, and it was just like he had a really cool mask, another really cool mask this time. And yeah, and then he walks down and finally they hit the well like you should have last night's SmackDown. And then they get in there, they're getting ready to do the intros. Then Pat McAfee just interrupts the announcement of the match, and then does his own thing for Randy Orton, and then just hits Cody Rhodes. And I was like, that shit pissed me off. That was so annoying right off the bat. and then Cody Rhodes starts to fight back and takes out Pat with the crossroads, throws him outside, and then out of nowhere, Jelly Roll just shows up on the side, and then Cody Rhodes puts Pat on the table, and then Jelly Roll goes through Pat McAfee on the table. And so they stop everything. The bell hasn't rang, by the way, and then they stretcher out Pat McAfee, and he gives a thumbs up and then hits everyone with a middle finger. I was like, oh, good one. Ouch, good zinger. Yay, good job, Pat. And then it turned into basically a one-on-one match between Cody and Randy. So it was a really it was a slow-paced match or whatever, but then you just started to notice a shift in Cody Rhodes' kind of methods of wrestling. He started pulling out Randy Orton's repertoire. He hit him with a draping DDT, hit him with the thumb to the eye. Randy got busted open, so Cody started really kind of taking advantage of that. You can see that Randy's back was kind of messed up, so he started targeting his back, and he was doing Randy's moves. At one point he did hit him with the RKO, but then Randy was doing pretty much the same thing, but it just felt like they were going for a double turn, but they didn't fully lock in with it, I guess you can say. And it was Cody started really targeting Randy Orton's back and his knees or whatever, just really doing the heel kind of tactics. And so I was tweeting, it's like, okay, Cody's going to be a heel by the end of this. And he was not letting Randy kind of heal up or rest. He just kept going after him, going after him being busted open. And then Cody Rhodes got busted open as well, so everyone's bleeding everywhere. So I'm sure that's probably the reason why they didn't do the Blood and Jacob and Drew's match. But yeah, it was going well. It was nice that they kicked out Pat, and I like that Michael Cole was not behind Pat's little antics that he was doing. So that was good to see. But and then there was I'm not sure if it was a distraction or a bump. Yeah, it was a bump because Randy was blinded. He thought the ref was Cody, and so he RKO'd the ref, and then he kind of wiped the blood out of his eyes and saw that it was the referee. And so he was like, oh God. And then he turns to Cody and tries to low blow him. But Cody scouted it out, caught his leg, and then low blowed Randy Orton. So definitely very heelish. And so it wasn't really fully established if he did a double turn. But then the best part of the match happened when the referee was still down, but then Pat McAfee comes out with the referee shirts, which makes no sense. After he was just stretched out, he just comes out of nowhere with a referee shirt, comes in there, slides in, and tries to hit the 1, 2, 3, but Cody kicks out. And then Randy gets up. You could see that he was frustrated, and then Randy was behind him, and then out of nowhere, RKO to Pat McAfee, and that was great to see. And so and he did this one on purpose. But then after that, then Cody Rhodes took advantage of it and hit the RKO onto Randy Orton and got the 1, 2, 3, which was a huge shock to me. I predicted that Randy was going to win because I thought it was going to be Pat McAfee that did it, but Randy Orton, for the most part, kind of saved the feud in a sense with RKOing Pat, but also throughout the whole match you could hear the boos for Cody, and you could see Cody kind of acknowledging it. And I'm pretty sure I thought at the very beginning of the match I can see Randy Orton mouthing like, I was wrong and you know it. And I'm assuming he was apologizing to him for the whole feud that they were having. So Cody Rhodes retains, which I did not see that coming. I really thought Randy was going to get number 15, which kind of throws me off a little bit. And then at the end of it, Cody picks up the belt, but then Randy Orton comes out of nowhere, takes it, busted Cody over the head with the belt, and then Cody's just laying there. He gets onto his hands and knees, and then you just in the middle of the ring, you just see Randy Orton back up real quick, and then just punts Cody, and that's pretty much how it ends. It ends with, after the match, Randy decides to hit the punt and then hold the belt up. So that's how it ends. Wrong ending. Good way to salvage it though. They hit the RKO on Pat, so I popped off for that. But now it looks like Pat McAfee can't come back to the WWE because he said that if Randy loses, then I won't ever show up in the WWE. So Pat McAfee is in theory like completely gone from the WWE, but we'll see what happens after that. I'm sure they'll find some way to weasel him back into this. But yeah, so other than that, like there was Seth versus Gunther was good. Jacob versus Drew was good. Stephanie, it was all right. Cody Rhodes was all right. It took a lot of time to build, and so yeah, I would say maybe 3 matches really kind of hit how it should have. So yeah, it was a mediocre at best WrestleMania. And the thing that pisses me off and a lot more other people is the timing of this. The Usos versus The Vision, a 7-minute match. Drew McIntyre versus Jacob was a 14-minute match. Fatal 4-Way, 9 minutes. Becky versus AJ, 8 minutes. Seth versus Gunther, 15. Liv versus Stephanie was a 7-minute match. And then Cody versus Randy was 22 minutes. And this was a 3-hour show. And there was 80 minutes or so roughly of wrestling. Everything else was ads. Like you would get to a part and then it'll cut off to an ad for like a good 2-3 minutes or so, 4 minutes. And I was like, why? Like we spent more time watching ads and Hulk Hogan's documentary than we did see of WrestleMania or of wrestling. This was CommercialMania, and that's not how this should have been. And there was not a Danhausen segment with John Cena. Like, why? Like, at least curse John Cena or something. So overall, like, this was a very this didn't really deliver like what Triple H was kind of mentioning, but it was some good matches, but like they were short. Like, that's insane. I thought I saw somewhere where like Charlotte and Rhea got like 22 minutes, 25 minutes or so, 24. And why are the matches just so short? It's because of all the ads and all the advertisements, everything, all the commercial breaks. Like, that was not WrestleMania. That was just like kind of a live episode of SmackDown or Raw with some title changes. And it blows my mind how poorly this was booked and how they gave more time for commercials and showing celebrities in the crowd than to the actual wrestling. So why is that how it was? And I'm sure that's going to be how it is tomorrow. So I will be here for that tomorrow, especially for the Oba family match. If Oba family loses to Brock Lesnar, then I'm probably going to end the stream. But yeah, it just, like, why were these matches so short? And so if I were to give this a grade, it's C-. There were some good matches, but it just felt like a glorified live episode, just with title changes. So I don't know. It was pretty rough to just kind of see how long each match was, and I know these wrestlers can do a lot more than that. But where are these Iron Man matches? Where are all these just matches that last longer than 10 minutes? What? Drew versus Jacob, Gunther versus Seth, and Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton were the only matches that went over the 10-minute mark. So that's just unacceptable. Like, why? So, but yeah, I will be back here for WrestleMania 2, WrestleMania 42, Night 2. But if I were to give this a rating, I'd give this a 5. And it's only because there was Seth Rollins versus Gunther, and then Jacob Fatu versus McIntyre, along with the WWE Championship, which takes plenty of time anyway whenever there's a WWE Championship match. So yeah, like this just felt like a glorified live show in a sense. I don't know, like I'm gonna probably have to watch it again just to get another additional feel for it, but other than that, this was very lackluster. I like the return of Paige. I like the return of Braun Breaker, and then also Bianca Belair announcing that she is pregnant. So congrats to them again. But yeah, I really hope tomorrow's gonna be better, based off what I saw. From what's going to be tomorrow, I think it should be better. I hope Brock Lesnar and Obafemi really delivers. I really pray to God that Obafemi wins. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Catch me tomorrow for the live streaming of night 2 of WrestleMania. And let me know in the comments down below of what you thought of night 1 of WrestleMania, and what you should have changed, what would you have changed, and if you liked it or not. And then go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and share all my content. I'd really appreciate it. Until next time, guys.